Good morning, Jean-Serge Gagnon here. So, do you wonder if you should be introducing yourself? You see these people that are introducing themselves every single time, just like me, right? I introduce myself on my Snapchat story, my Instagram story, Facebook my day. I do that every single day, right? And you might be like, especially if you have been following me for a while, you might be like, well, that's kind of annoying. I skip over it every single time. And that's okay. You go ahead and skip over it, right? The whole idea is that you will never know who it is that is going to stumble upon your story. So those platforms, the stories, right? The Snapchat stories, the Instagram stories, the Facebook My Day, the Messenger Day, right? All those, they only last 24 hours, right? So that means that when somebody posts something there, it's only there for 24 hours. It's gone after that, right? So if anybody follows you on your story, they won't know whether you're, they won't know your introduction unless they see it, right? And for them to know who you are, well, you have to introduce yourself. They're not going to go and look on your Facebook page, and they're not going to go search for you and look for your blog or anything like that. They're just they're just stumbling along, right? Watching different people's stories. And, in my case, my stories aren't, the most extraordinary stories. I'm just, kind of doing simple strategies, right? Very simple things. And I'm doing that every day. But the thing is that anybody who falls on that and they're like, oh, that might be interesting, they would, they'll want to know who I am, right? So I don't want to make it so that they have to go and search for me, right? They can just, so that's why I do it every day. And I was told this a long time ago by one of the Snapchat influencers, where they said, you got to introduce yourself every single day. And that's before the days of Instagram. It was just like, that's the thing. Like, if you look at Gary Vee, for example, he doesn't necessarily introduce himself every day, but he's got it everywhere, right? Every single thing that he posts pretty much has his blog or something on it. And now he's become a known, more or less celebrity, so people know who he is. But, in the beginning, he would have to do that too. He would have to kind of just say who he is, who he stands for. And that's what all the big names did in the beginning. They would introduce themselves. Now, of course, go back 3, 4, 5 years ago, there was no such thing as 24-hour stories, right? Snapchat was the first, but now it's different. And that's what you got to do now, is introduce yourself every single day and just come up with a short little tagline. Typically, you'd say your name. I guess it depends on what it is. If it's a brand of a particular product, you might do that, but again, that's not something we recommend for personal branding. But yeah, you got to introduce yourself. You got to do the same intro every single time, because you never know who's going to fall on your story that day, right? And you want to make sure that at least they know who you are and what you stand for and what you're doing. And that's it. Yeah. So introduce yourself. So by the way, I'm working at getting that whole package of all these simple strategies all in one bundle that you can actually buy and order, and that's going to be coming up pretty soon. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any of these simple strategies, make sure you join either my email list or my messenger bot on Facebook, and just go ahead and subscribe to those. Make sure you get those every single day. You'll get and you won't miss them. So if you like this, and if you think anybody needs to hear this message, please go ahead and share, and I will appreciate it. All right, you have yourself a great day. We'll talk again soon.